Hey guys, and welcome back. Sorry I have not uploaded a video in a while. I'm actually 37 and 3 today, but we're gonna go over my bump update, symptoms, and all of that for 35 and 36 weeks because life just happened and I never got around to filming it. Either I was home, very tired, working, or I was out of town. So, a lot of symptoms have kind of remained the same through 35 and 36 weeks, and I'll just go down that list. One of the newer ones is I've been very moody and emotional and crying a lot. I feel like a bee, like I come home and I have no patience. At work I have no patience for anything or anyone. So that's been a little rough, but he's been really great. He's like, "You're pregnant, don't worry about it, you're fine." It's just different for me. I don't like feeling that way, but that's been something new. And I apologize for the voice. I am now sick, which is really upsetting, especially being 37 weeks. I don't want to go into labor and be sick or expose little E to what I have. So we're hoping she stays in a little bit longer. But back to the symptoms. Another one, I've been very, very clingy with my partner. Like, he needs to be touching me at all times. I need to see him at all times. Otherwise, I don't know, I get this feeling, like it's not separation anxiety, but it's just being very clingy, like I cannot get close enough to him. I've had the same middle back pain, and I realized I do have scoliosis, so I'm wondering if the curvature in my back is causing a little bit more pain being pregnant now with the added weight and just the change in my posture. I've had a lot of heartburn and burping kind of near the end of the pregnancy. I do feel a lot bigger and I'm feeling tired. I have noticed kind of like this chest pressure feeling, which kind of scares me because I did go to the hospital for that a few years ago. I'm hoping that's nothing. Because she's bigger, I do feel a lot more pressure down there. And she is still head down, which is really exciting. Some days I don't have a BM. It's not that I'm constipated, I just don't have to go. So I've been kind of watching my diet a little bit more. At school, like I am sick now, but at school a lot of the kids have RSV, bronchitis, so I was very worried about that. And I asked our OB about it at our last appointment, and she's like, "I would rather you keep working than stay home and be anxious." Even though I don't know if that's the best call or not, because I don't want to expose little E to RSV, because it's very common here and a lot of the babies end up in the hospital. So we're just kind of monitoring my symptoms right now. Obviously my throat and my voice, and then a little bit of a runny nose, but not much of a cough, no fever. As for little E, she is moving a lot, like we can feel her all the time. She gets hiccups all the time as well. Even on our ultrasound, like we saw her practicing the suck swallow. She was drinking the amniotic fluid, so that was really cute. I did start drinking my raspberry leaf tea right here. I add pineapple juice and a cranberry fruit juice blend, so that's been helping. Trying to replace my coffee with that. Anna and I did review our birth plan. We did not review it with the doctor yet. We did pack the hospital bag finally, so we had a bit of a scare at 35 weeks, like that weekend, because I woke up and I was up for about an hour. I went back to bed and I never texted him good morning because he was out of town for work. And he ended up thinking that we went into labor because I ended up taking a nap for 3 hours and I didn't get up until like, I don't know, maybe 11 or 12 in the morning, which is not normal for me. So he was actually like packed and about to get onto the boat to do the 3-hour drive back here. But luckily I caught him in time and I was like, "No, we're fine." I was just sleeping because I was just very exhausted. So that was like a little bit funny now that we look at it, but obviously very stressful in the moment because I felt terrible. I was just really tired. But he was really supportive. He wasn't angry or anything like that. He's like, "Just please let me know when you're up in the morning." But he's here now. He's been here. He's gonna leave tomorrow because he has a tattoo to do, and then he'll come back for our appointment on Tuesday. So because of that incident, he's like, have you packed your hospital bag yet? And I haven't. But now we have. It's not fully packed, like it's not zipped, ready to go out the door, but the majority of things that we need are in there, so I feel a little bit better. Nesting has started. I don't really have the energy for it some days. Like I'll come home from work, start organizing all of her clothes and stuff like that, and then kind of like stop because I'm exhausted, and then have to pick back up again. At our OB appointment, the doctor said she could come any day now. She weighs about 2.7 kg, which is 5.9 pounds, almost 6 pounds. I have to stop taking the baby aspirin for the preeclampsia risk, and I think that's due to not having my blood in stock and there not being much of it. But they will get my blood ordered next Tuesday at our appointment because they can only keep it for 3 weeks, they said. They did have us sign like a lot of contracts and consents, and they gave us this big old packet here. I don't like signing things without reading it first, but I just had to, and then I read it and made notes, so we'll go over it with the OB this week. And then there's a lot of different documents I need for the birth certificate, like my work permit, my passport, all these kinds of things, the house registration. So we'll have to get that stuff prepared soon. And one of the sad things we realized is that here in Thailand, you have to pay your bill for the hospital before we even deliver her. Like we have to purchase a package. So that has been really stressful because here in Thailand, you get paid once a month, and I don't get paid until the end of the month. So I'm hoping she stays in until at least Wednesday, which is when I get paid, because this delivery, like a normal standard delivery, is 51,000 baht, which is about $1,400. And back home in America, like you would deliver your baby, do everything, you'd get the bill after, and then usually you would go on a payment plan. So that's a big difference here. But I think that's pretty much it for our update this week. Give me a moment, I will get up and I will give you a belly shot, even though we are 37 and 3. So obviously she is a bit bigger. And I will do the next video on time, I promise. Here she is. Like I said, we are now 37 and 3. So you can kind of see we've obviously gotten much bigger since our actual 35 and 36 yard work. But here she is. Do you guys think she's actually dropped at this point? Not really sure.